Thank you for tuning in. Into this Sunday afternoon 2K Sports edition of the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. Well, it was the Sacramento Kings in their last game, a loss to the Houston Rockets. Now, here is Olajuwon. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against a guy that good.
And Siakam has got the ball here for the Sacramento Kings. Picked by Markkanen. And Siakam is good for three.
An extra element to Siakam's game. He can really handle the ball and even initiate offense.
Outside Irving. And it's Vassell in the corner. Ellis surveying the D. It's tipped. Here's Levine. And Levine throws it down.
No surprise here. Levine loves pulling up the landing gear.
Pass to Castle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him now.
Outside Levine. Outside Olajuwon. A rebound by the Spurs. On its way from Irving for two. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Now, here's Markkanen. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Screen by Siakam. To the paint. Wembanyama knocks it away.
And the wingspan of Wembanyama, massive. He's fantastic at using it to erase shots.
Pass to Markkanen. Kicks it out to Siakam. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
And the Spurs winning the 2023 lottery, Stan, adding the terrific Victor Wembanyama. A franchise changer, it appears.
Yeah, Kevin, the hardest thing, and you need a lot of luck to do it, is to get that guy. The guy you can build everything around. There aren't enough of them to go around. Victor Wembanyama is a guy you can build a championship franchise around, multi-skilled at his size. This guy's going to be a fixture in this league for a long time.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball, and I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the mid-range shot is not a lost art for Levine. He's a very skilled guy in that area.
Now, here is Irving. And stolen by Olajuwon. Here's Ellis. That's good, and it's Olajuwon with the assist.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Wembanyama down low.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. To the inside. And stolen by Wembanyama. Here we go, one-on-one. Left side, Irving. Wembanyama, left side. And now Ellis running the floor all by himself.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
A good close contest so far as we finish. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Kings.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter. Here's Paul. Pass to Looney. Takes a 3. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
And Vliet on the wing. Offline with his 3. Kings leading now by 5. Maxey on the wing. Here's Jones. And it's good for 2.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Paul with the 3. It's hauled in by Hawkins. And now Sacramento on the break. Maxey in the corner. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team, shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Paul, no one around him. Buries it from three-point range. Paul's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
San Antonio foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Inside, Jones. And Jones slams it in.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Ball left side. To the middle. Here's Nance. Johnson with the rebound. So it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Kings. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Yeah, spotting the open teammate there. Nice work by Maxey.
Down low. There's Looney. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Out to the right wing. Here's Branham. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Well, I love physical guards like Branham. Playing hard down low.
It's Jones on the way. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
Assisted by
Maxey's got the lead up to 8 now for Sacramento. Van Vliet looking around. Here's Looney. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
To the inside. And here's Hawkins. He has yet to score. And Jones has it in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Maxey. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And the Kings lead by 8.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
Outside, Levine. Rebound, San Antonio.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Wembanyama outside. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Ellis outside. Pass to Levine. Again, the miss by the Kings. Here's Irving. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Kings ahead. They lead by 5. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Back to Wembanyama. Left side, Irving. Barnes outside. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Wembanyama, no good. Sacramento leading by 5. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
They set the pick.
Sacramento. Ellis. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now Barnes. Still scoreless.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Irving with the ball. Picked up by Ellis. Just 5 on the clock.
A dependable distributor. Irving is adept at seeing the floor and making the pass.
To the paint. Here's Levine. And the Rejection by Wembanyama. Vassell wide open. Drains the 19-footer.
Yeah, and that mid-range shot is really Vassell's primary weapon.
There's the pick. Olajuwon on the wing. Back to Ellis. Fires for three. Cans it from downtown. Ellis has got 9.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Pass to Barnes. Here's Castle. Guarded by Levine. Here's Olajuwon. Kicks it out to Markkanen. No good with the triple. Spurs trail by 6. Wembanyama outside. Barnes with it. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
What instincts there from Wembanyama to keep the ball moving and set up a teammate.
There's Levine. And the jam by Levine.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. To the middle. Here's Castle. Pass to Vassell. Launches a 3. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. A 3 from Wembanyama. Wembanyama! A big man with big range.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
56 seconds left to play in the third. A nice shot by Irving.
Some of the fastest hands in the league right now. Kyrie knowing he has to get rid of it.
Outside, Levine. Three-pointer. Wembanyama with the rebound. Spurs trailed by 4. It's Vassell on the wing. Wembanyama outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
First personal.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And the Kings will go for a different look here.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Pass to Olajuwon. Kicks it out to Hawkins. Picked by Olajuwon. Carter looking around. 4 on the shot clock. Fires from 14. That misses off the backboard.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he could.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Kings lead.
The Kings, 35.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Sacramento Kings. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Siakam, right side, inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I'm just so impressed with Siakam's offensive improvement over the years. I mean, he's mastering the ability to play in attack mode.
Spurs trailed by 4. Pass to Barnes. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Irving up top. Over Siakam. Irving can't get it to go. Kings leading now by 4. Now here's Maxey. Pass to Carter. Siakam inside the three-point line. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Siakam's got 4 points this quarter. Got that one up quick.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Castle. Stolen by Levine. Down low. Here's Ellis. And Ellis throws it down.
Well, Levine is out there to finish plays, but if a guy is open, he'll make the extra pass.
Ellis outside. Olajuwon, right side. Here's Levine. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
And just feeding the open man. A nice recognition there from Vassell.
Kings leading now by 3. On the wing, Levine. Kicks it out to Olajuwon. Back to Levine. Just 4 to shoot. Over Wembanyama.
The block by Wembanyama, and he'll lead the league in that category numerous times when it's all said and done.
Castle misses. On the wing, Levine. And stolen by Vassell. Outside Irving. To the inside. Here's Wembanyama. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Left side, Markkanen. Pass to Olajuwon. Now Levine. Picked by Olajuwon. Fires the 3. And Zach LaVine gets the 3. And the Kings lead by 6.
Can't forget about LaVine from deep.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. Now, he asked the defense to lock it down inside. He said, let's get physical. I don't want them to think we're soft in there. No more easy shots in the paint. So that's what the defense is set to do. Guys?
Thanks, David. Shot clock at 6. On its way from Irving for 2. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Olajuwon with the ball. And it's Vassell picking him up. Olajuwon outside. Takes it out to Siakam. To the right side. Outside, Olajuwon. And stolen by Vassell.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts.
And what a huge sequence that could be.
Wow, a play that might come to define this game.
That might be the play of the game.
Here's Castle. It's hauled in by the Kings. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Ellis. Kicks it out to Olajuwon. And a wide open look for Siakam. Sacramento again missing. Out left to the wing. Back to Irving. Wembanyama outside. Back to Irving. 5 on the clock. Over Levine. Got it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Hey, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Outside, Levine. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
So it gets them both in a 4-point ball game.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
San Antonio calls timeout. Just 2 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, they got to get straight to the hoop, then a foul immediately.
A 3 from Wembanyama, and they're able to recover. And so it's Sacramento who scraped by with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They